2026 is shaping up to be an amazing year for isometric games, with new titles bringing back to the classic top-down style in fresh and cinematic ways. Isometric games are ready to deliver rich stories, strategic gameplay, and unforgettable exploration. So get ready, prepare your squad, sharpen your weapons, and let's jump into the best upcoming isometric games of 2026. Embers of the Uncrowned is a dark fantasy isometric MMORPG that mixes fast combat, gory visuals, and large-scale online RPG progression. Set in a continent devastated by an elven invasion, the game follows the last hope of the House Harborwell as players fight corrupted monsters, rebuild their legacy, and reclaim their lost lands. Warhammer 40,000's Dark Heresy is a grimdark isometric CRPG where players of the Imperial Inquisition and hunt heresy across brutal Warhammer 40k universe. The game features tactical combat, deep role-playing decisions, companion management, and a darker investigative tone.
Is the Emperor's will. We are those who see what others cannot. We pull at tangled threads of corruption, knowing each knot unraveled may draw us deeper into damnation. We choose who may live and who must burn. Remember this, Acolyte. Indecisiveness is a poison. Hesitation is heresy. Vigilance takes all that you will ever be. And we shall do our duty. No matter the...
Ruiner 2 is a long-awaited sequel to the cult cyberpunk top-down shooter. This time the game expands into a deeper action RPG with fast combat, co-op support for up to 3 players, a shell system, character switching, skill trees, and brutal cyberpunk battles. Loulan, the Cursed Sand is an isometric action RPG set along the ancient Silk Road in western China. Players control a skeletal warrior known as the Cursed Sand, using sand-based powers to explore the lost kingdom of Loulan, fight powerful enemies, and search for his beloved princess. Liminal Point is an isometric survival horror game set on a fog-covered island filled with psychological terror, mystery, and deadly creatures. The game follows Lyra, a former rock star searching for the truth behind her bandmate's disappearance.
Why she vanished when everything was coming together. Isn't that why you're here too?
Did you forget what happened on that night? This place remembers.
And so do I.
I'll be waiting. So come and find me.
In a land once plagued by great evil, brave heroes took up arms and triumphed against the terror. With peace restored, all was well, until it wasn't.
Darkhaven is a next-generation dark fantasy isometric ARPG brought to you by many of the original creators of Diablo and Diablo 2. You are a survivor in a world where the wild lands and monsters have reclaimed the ruins of long-dead empires. Black Plague Survival is a dark medieval open-world survival RPG set in a plague-ravaged world where death, disease, and desperation shape every decision.
Always been here. A hunger that neither flesh nor blood can satisfy. You think this is death? No, this is only the beginning. They are not dead. and no longer alive. The rot moves, it whispers and calls your name. Do you hear them? In the dark, beyond the walls, within yourself. There are no heroes here, only those who still breathe. A hunger that cannot be stopped. They feel fear, they feel life, and they are coming for you.
My name is Loulan. I'm creative director and president of Creature Studios. We're a small indie studio based in Quebec, Canada. So I'm really excited to present to you our next game, which is called Werewolf the Apocalypse Rageborn. It's a action-adventure game based on Werewolf the Apocalypse 5th edition. The game is very inspired by classic action-adventure, and what really inspired us to use the Werewolf the Apocalypse brand was the fact that the character itself comes with his own Metroidvania elements due to his shape-shifting design. In a classic action-adventure, your character has tools. In our case, our character has tools plus forms, and you can dynamically constantly shapeshift between those forms in order to complete exploration and combat challenges. It's super interesting. The drone is a good example of a multi-form solution enemy design. And when it's flying above your head, you can hack and slash as much as you want with your melee combat of the Terrinoth, but you're never gonna hit it. Obviously, it charges you in the attack. That's what it's trying to do. So giving you a window to use melee. But obviously it's not the perfect solution. The perfect solution is for you to shapeshift into a Hamid form and use ranged weapon in order to down it. It's a lot easier to reach something that's flying above your head with a ranged weapon. So that's a good example of the type of enemy that we have. The boss room. So basically Blair, the director of Leaf Lab, pulls you into this boss room in the hopes of destroying you. That is a good other opportunities for you to use multiple shapeshifting. You cannot kill this boss unless you use your multiple form. In the gameplay footage that you guys can see right now, going through this portion of Leaf Lab requires you to use your Lupus form. The Lupus is way more agile when it comes to navigating different platforms, jumping farther, being quicker when it comes to navigating specific traversal systems. So it's up to the player to use the right forms also when it comes to exploration. Werewolf the Apocalypse Rageborn is coming out next year, 2027, on PC, Xbox, PlayStation, and Switch. You can follow us on social media and go wishlist the game on your preferred platform. Thank you very much, and I can't wait to show you more.
Gods, Death, and Reapers is a dark, isometric action RPG where mythology has collapsed. The gods are dead, and death commands the Reapers. Players enter dangerous afterlife realms, fight monsters, arrival Reapers, collect powerful loot, and try to extract before losing everything. Star Wars Zero Company is a highly anticipated isometric tactical game set near the end of the Clone Wars. Players lead Hawks and a team of mercenaries through dangerous missions, tactical battles, and story-driven choices across the galaxy.
Truth is, there's a war you don't see. The one fought in the shadows. The war beneath the war. A war that's won with the right strategy. Surveillance, ciphers, good old-fashioned sabotage. These aren't the heroes they tell stories about. They're professionals. Setting aside their differences to take on the impossible. But that's the job, and they get it done.
Scum is an upcoming sci-fi tactical isometric RPG crowd with its space setting, squad-based structure, and indie strategy appeal.
But out here, a man with a ship and a gun can make something of himself. So, we'll fight. We'll count our credits. We'll bury our dead brothers, and we will make our name known. We're not special, but we will be unforgettable.
Does your mother think that you are a failure? Is the glorious stupidity of the current monarch carrying the races of men to extinction? Maybe it's time for you to do something about it and prove to your mother you are not useless. The Kingsward! A massive open-world role-playing game where you can become whatever you want. A hypocritical paladin who reanimates zombies in combat? Sure! A stealthy archer wearing 60 tons of iron armor? Why not? Don't like combat? Never mind! Ignore the impending doom entirely and dedicate yourself to mining, crafting, and trading. Meet weird NPCs. Navigate overly dramatic family dynamics. And don't forget to roll, and roll, like in all the popular RPGs. The Kingsward! Made just for fun by a small indie studio. No microtransactions, free updates.
Tiny Delivery is a cozy adventure about a small robot courier with a big job and questionable methods. Heartfelt moments, hidden secrets, and a little chaos, all in one route.
You again. By order of Mordaxius, the true master of the Acolytes, your life must remain vanquished. Don't resist. It'll be quicker that way.
All these empty houses with nothing but sorrow and shadows in them. I see you're confused. Ignore the clouds in your mind. The villagers need your help, and the Vitrometus is no place for weaklings. It will be a difficult task, but together you will rebuild this town. Find a safe place and hone your skill to prepare for the challenges ahead. And there will be
Revenge of the Firstborn is an old-school isometric CRPG with tactical party combat, fantasy storytelling, and a classic role-playing structure.
Before I found you, the sky fell. I remember. They came from the black mist to claim our kingdom. That night, I saw my father for the last time. The legend he told me, it's real. You are real. An ancient power to help us defeat the darkness. Rise, O Leviathan. I'll be your steel. You'll be my shield. We'll build our new home together. And we'll find the heart of the Black Mist together.
The Dark West is a dark isometric action RPG that turns the Wild West into a cursed nightmare of guns, fate, greed, and supernatural horror. Players enter a frontier where the sun never rises, violence solves most problems, and every decision can drag the soul closer to damnation. Recon 1944 is an isometric real-time tactics game with stealth elements, where you command a squad of Soviet scouts deployed into East Prussia in the autumn of 1944, on the eve of the Red Army strategic offensive. Be the first in the enemy's lair.
But before the army can deliver the decisive blow, someone must pave the way into the very heart of enemy territory.
Shadow of the Road is a stylish isometric tactical RPG where feudal Japan collides with magic, yokai, and steampunk machines. Players assemble a team of samurai, warriors, and mysterious allies, then fight through tactical turn-based battles filled with deadly enemies and story-changing choices.
Welcome to Clockfall, a game developed by Revo Games, a team of 5 independent creators driven by passion. With Clockfall, we want to redefine the action RPG roguelite by blending high-stakes combat with ruthless time management and village defense mechanics. Plunge into the heart of an infinite nightmare. To break the loop, you must go through lethal dungeons, slay fearsome enemies, and bring down colossal bosses. But here, brute force is never enough. Time is your most precious resource, and it's ticking away. Every second in the dungeon counts. You must optimize every move to reach the depth before the clouds runs out. To survive longer and push further, you will face heart-wrenching choices. Invest your resources into combat stats, new weapons, and powerful spells, or sacrifice your progress to buy yourself more time. Will you take your time to explore, uncovering every secret of the map, or will you opt for shorter runs, one-shotting every foe in your path? Clockfall's soul also lies in its dual rhythm. The adrenaline of the crawl meets the intensity of village defense. Everything you scavenge, resources, upgrades, and experience must be used to fortify your settlement. As enemy waves grow in scale, your ability to hold the line determines your survival. Plan permanent upgrades to grow stronger, master the loop, and finally, escape the nightmare. Master the block, break the loop.
UnderRail 2 Infusion is a deep old-school isometric RPG set in a brutal underground future where humanity survives inside massive metro station states. Players become a scavenger exploring dangerous ruins, collecting lost technology, fighting hostile factions, and surviving the deadly world beneath the surface. Where the Forest Ends is a gritty top-down horror shooter set in a zombie-infested post-apocalyptic world. The game focuses on grounded survival, tactical shooting, brutal combat, and a tense story about a dangerous trip to recover an old stash.
Big brother.
Deserter is an immersive isometric stealth RPG about a thief surviving in a decaying totalitarian city. Plan every move, evade traps, and pull off daring heists right under the party's nose.
Where tyranny has reigned supreme. You play as John Holden, deserter, thief, and pacifist. He's given up weapons, but not the fight. By using his skills, he helps people crushed by the weight of dictatorship and endless war. Every theft is unique. Move slow and silent or fast and reckless. Look for cracks in security cameras or in someone's pockets. The choice is always yours. Your greatest tool is thinking ahead. Adapt to your surroundings. Light makes you vulnerable. Shadow gives you a chance to vanish. And cover lets you wait out danger. Watch your step. Look up. Find alternate routes. And create new ones. Move across city districts from the slums to the mansions of the party elite. But tread carefully. Cameras, alarms, and traps lurk at every turn. Residents notice suspicious behavior, noise, and missing belongings, while police and soldiers shoot on sight. The city reacts to every theft and evolves. Patrols grow thicker, residents grow more wary, and wealthy districts bristle with security. Danger comes from within, too. Hunger, exhaustion, and infection steadily wear John down. In a city gripped by plague, food and medicine are worth more than gold, and theft is a necessity just to survive another day. Over 100 skills and abilities shape your playstyle. Become an unseen pickpocket, or a silver-tongued con artist, or a fearless raider. Before each run, choose talents that grant real advantages and challenging limitations. Skills also unlock new options in dialogue and alternative ways to complete missions. All your gear is crafted by hand from scavenged materials, from grappling hooks to toxic darts. And also, you can make friends with dogs. Plan every step. Hone your craft. Survive a world where every day could be your last.
Project Heaven is a tactical squad-based game with an isometric camera, detailed weapon mechanics, cover systems, and cyberpunk-style combat.
Humankind has always...
Latitude 76, Land of the Onkilons, is a beautiful isometric action-adventure game set on a mysterious Arctic island inspired by a real polar expedition. Players explore frozen lands, climb ledges, ride zip lines, use a grappling hook, switch between characters, and uncover the secrets of a lost world.
Survive to tell the tale. You will lead the expedition to fill in one of the blank spaces on the map. I understand your objections, Magnus, since you may have heard tell of certain rumors and legends that this is not the first expedition to these parts, and that those before you did not return. Prove the existence of Terra Incognita at a latitude of 76 degrees north, or erase the outline of this godforsaken...
Glasshouse is a dark isometric RPG that feels like a mix of political thriller, modern mystery, and survival drama inside a locked-down apartment block.
No sky.
Players investigate a triple murder, deal with suspicious flatmates, uncover a conspiracy, and make difficult choices in a world sliding toward war.
Days. The mind grows parched when each day feels already lived.
Comrade, what if I fail? Anyone who doesn't dream in our language will be an enemy.
Why? Why did you kill them?
I can't be more than what I've been wheeled, and you know it. I will not be guilty of my hunger.
I have seen its truth. Decay desolation, dread. And yet, some choose to stand against it, tainted but unbroken. They call them
Hear me. Hear the
Fractured Worlds is a dark fantasy isometric action RPG set inside the shattered remains of a ruined reality. Players explore broken realms, master heavy precision-based combat, collect powerful loot, and fight deadly bosses either alone or with other players.
Nor a vagabond. Forge yourself in the battle of endurance. Invite the brave inside your reality, or be the one to send them to their demise. Brace yourself and gather the pieces of
T-minus 27 seconds.
Everything sent by base, do you copy? Grade 5, this is our
20 seconds and counting.
5th Terran Task Force, begin Operation Moby. Secure planet Virelis quickly and decisively. The entire warfront depends on it. Asta, I don't need to remind you how important this mission is. Begin your assault drop now. 3, 2.
What the hell is that? HQ, are you seeing this?
We are receiving a distress signal. What is most important to you, Prefect Aster?
Go to hell.
Aster, the tide has turned. We've always been the spear tip of mankind, but now we're the shield. We cannot fail again.